This is Football Thoughts.
Full time score. Bafana Bafana 2, Angola 1, man. Great start to the AFCON. You know that we're the favorites of winning the AFCON, people. Our style of play in today's game was a satisfactory performance. I'm not going to give this an outstanding performance. In fact, I'll give this maybe a 6 out of 10. First half, I'd say first 15 minutes, we started the game very well. I like how we set up off the ball. Like we keep a good structure of the 4-4-2, and the 4-4-2 is very simplistic in international football. It's the basic formation, for all the players to come together after club football to just, set up shop and just play football nicely. My problem is the 1v1 pressing that Bafana like to do. I don't know if that's gonna be, long lasting throughout the 90 minutes. I don't think a team can go 1v1 pressing for 90 minutes. I think we need to choose a moment. Like the first 25 minutes, we kept the 1v1 pressing and it kind of baffled the five midfield of Angola. And that's kind of, very, very good technically. And the way Hugo sets us up off the ball, like we concede dumb goals, but on set pieces. But during play, we're very solid defensively, like structurally. We're not the best defensively, but structurally, this 4-4-2 formation it helps us off the ball. You get what I'm saying? Now, on the ball, the way we attack is proper. I love how deadly our attackers are, and it's been a minute since Bafana had clinical attackers like Lyle Foster and Apollos. Yeah, Sipu, the guy playing next to Lyle Foster was all right. He's kind of like the false nine, whilst Lyle is the poacher. But I don't think we should be playing like that. I think Lyle's got better technical ability than Sipu. Because when Sipu came off, it kind of gave Lyle a bit more freedom. Because I think he came off for a midfielder, Mukwena. Yeah, and I don't like Mukwena, but when he comes on, he always provides a lot of attack. He provides a lot of an attacking threat for the Bafana midfield because he can play as a 10 and as a number 8. But Apollos and Lau are the key factors in that, you know, attacking unit. I would have loved to see Mafukeng because when we were 2-1 up, Lau Apollos could have come off on Mafokeng because in games like this when we're leading, he deserves the minutes. But it seems like Hugo's saving him for the dying minutes of bigger games, like for the example for Egypt on Friday. I believe he's saving Mafokeng for games like that because I think he can come on as a big impact player from the bench. That's if Hugo's moving like that. But overall, the attacking is solid, man. Apollos took his goal very well in the box. So did Lyle Foster. As soon as we conceded the goal, we kind of lost control of the game. We lost momentum of the game, and I just don't like how we sleep on set pieces. Ronan Williams, guys, listen. I've said this in an old video I did when we were playing against Lesotho. And okay, I should be doing more videos on Bafana, but let's be honest, who's watching international football? But the videos and the games I do watch on this South African national team is that I always am not impressed with Ryan Williams' performance. Ryan Williams is a mediocre goalkeeper who's a journeyman in the PSL, who happens to play for the best team in the country, Sundowns, but in the FIFA Club World Cup, he's the reason why Sundowns got knocked down in the club stage, in the group stage, people. He's the reason why, man. Ronald Williams is always sleeping. His foot placement is all over the place. That's how we conceded that silly set piece goal. We would have had a clean sheet if this man has just sought out his footing. But the thing is with Ronald Williams is that he lacks concentration. It's a problem for South African goalkeepers. It's been a problem with Ntumele Nkune. The thing is with Nkune is that he had more distribution. He had better distribution, and I guess you could say that he had a better record in terms of clean sheets than Ronan Williams. And then we had old keepers in the past that used to fuck us over in the semifinals and in crucial games. So this has been a problem for Bafana Bafana over the years, in my opinion. I haven't seen them when they won the last AFCON nation. That was past my time. My dad probably knows about that, but I believe we have a good chance of winning the AFCON this season, this year. We have a very good young squad that's got very mixable experience and veterans in the team. But overall, like it's a youthful squad that's very hungry for success. And we finished, I believe, third in the last AFCON when we should have been in that final. So we've got a lot to prove in this AFCON. But Angola wasn't much of a threat. I didn't really fancy their style of football. Yeah, they came with a 3-5-2, but in international football, you don't play three at the back. Let's just be real. So the manager for Angola, he might just get sacked after this tournament, man. Like he really might just get sacked because they really want a threat to us. Egypt won't really be a threat to us from the way we defend. If we can score the first goal and hold up play until the second half, we should beat Egypt. But I'm kind of predicting a draw against Egypt, 2-2. Let me know what you guys think of this game. AFCON 2025, Bafana Bafana, South Africa. Let's go. This is the Reclusive Artist brought to you by Red God TV. Like and subscribe.